are gonna go live right now. Okay. Here we are. I'll give it a few seconds. We're gonna go live. Oh yeah, I gotta turn off the sound over here. Okay. Just give me a second. Here we are. All right. Hi, everyone. This is Michelle for CasaELM, Expat Life Mexico. I am super excited to be back here on my Wind Down Wednesday. Wind down is water for me today. Oh, there's Cece. You mentioned Cece. Well,
right out the gate.
yeah, right out the gate, like you said. So, and you can tell us a little bit more about her later on. So anyway, back to my intro. Basically, this month we're focusing on health and wellness for women, taking a break, rejuvenating, resetting, all those words that we tend to hear. And these two beautiful ladies participated in my Peace Not Pieces retreat back in April of this year at CasaELM. CasaELM is my guest house, and it's a very personalized space for women to come and relax and retreat, or host a retreat, or be a part of a retreat that we're hosting, whichever. So I wanted to bring them on to just kind of keep talking and having conversations with women that are giving retreats and women that are participating in retreats, and just their experience with us and what Peace Not Pieces meant to them. If you're not familiar with CasaELM, you can visit our website at CasaELM.com. And if this is your first time on my channel, please subscribe and hit the like button if this video is of any use to you. So without further chit-chatting, actually, I have to say also, this is Michelle. I am in San Miguel de Allende, which is in central Mexico. I've lived here for 5 years, and I am just kind of really loving life abroad. I'm enjoying all of the different things that I get to be involved in, including this channel, which is here to just kind of bring information about moving, living, or traveling to San Miguel de Allende. And this is where my home has been for over 5 years. I love it. And now we're doing other things to help people also move or travel to San Miguel. So this was one of the events that we did. So welcome to my channel. Appreciate you all. Hi, Kim. Welcome. So without further talk, I will introduce Yolanda, which has the beautiful black top on, and Miss Beautiful Schalisa. And they both participated in my retreat, and they can kind of give you a little bit of background on themselves, and then we can talk more about the experience they had and any questions you all may have. And before I say that, welcome, Marcia. Thanks for being here. I'll let Yolanda go ahead and introduce herself.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Michelle and Schalisa, for allowing me to join you ladies this evening. So I'm currently located in Maryland, USA. And I am a psychotherapist. I'm the founder of YMJ Counseling and Consulting. There we lovingly serve Black women, couples, other providers, and small groups. And yeah, so that's who I am. And we'll talk a little bit more about other things later.
Okay. And Schalisa, and welcome.
Thank you.
Good day, everyone. I had the pleasure of meeting Michelle, and I came to Mexico to do some healing, and I had a retreat to go to in Meredith, but initially I was in Guadalajara, and I was surfing online for healing journeys, and then I found Peace to Pieces, and just did a little research on it, and the ladies that she would have there, I think it was help me, Lord, Gabby. Yes. And I researched on some of the people that she would have serving us, Gabby and the photographer,
Kate Van Doren.
Kate, and they talked about emotional health. And so I did a little more research on CasaELM, and it seemed to call my name, so to speak. And so when I talked to Michelle, she got me all set up. And I don't even know if I told you, but I was just healing from relationship and just was seeking healthcare, self-care, healthcare. And I think it was 4 of us, and it was delightful from the first day.
Absolutely. So thank you, Schalisa. And yeah, it was just one of those things where I think we come together, we gathered to basically get from it what we needed to get from it. Even for myself, the idea and all the parts of, the parts of that story that brought the idea to life, going into it, I still felt more or less like a facilitator too, right? Not necessarily a participant. So sitting down, I remember the week before, and I said, wait, I need to be a part of this experience because, this experience was created because of my own personal things and situation at that point. And yes, it stemmed from, the separation part of the relationship and me really feeling like it was important to reclaim, right? Whatever that relationship looks like to any one of us, it's not necessarily the focus on the negative things. It's about finding like the peace in those situations where you feel like, oh, this isn't quite how I thought things would be, whatever the case might be. And sometimes, putting ourselves in a space where there's newness and maybe, oh, I don't really know these people. But sometimes I think that alone is therapy because we're there to support. And I really felt that. And when I sat down and on, day one, and we did the temazcal and we sat and we talked, it was just really beautiful, to bond with everyone. And throughout the week, I think we all felt a lot of emotions that probably didn't anticipate, because I know I was like, oh, okay, this is fun. Next thing I know, I was like, oh,
Right.
but in the end, I think it was just one of those experiences that really brought us a lot of healing, but also togetherness as well. So
yeah, I think for me too, that the title, Peace Not Pieces, is what really captured me when I first saw the advertisement for the retreat, because recently, in December of 2021, I retired from my job. And so, when you retire from a lifelong of working yourself to death, you kind of just feel like, okay, now what? And although, when the pandemic hit, I knew I needed something different and wanted something different. I didn't quite know what that would look like. And so when I was able to get the courage up, along with the help of my assistant, Cece, who really encouraged me a lot, I was able to say, okay, what's next? And so then I came across your advertisement for the retreat, something that I had wanted to do forever. But when you're working and you don't really have time to take time for yourself, it's hard to pull that trigger, right? And so when I saw that, and then just the title, it just grabbed me. And I thought, this is what I need at this moment. And so I was like, I'm going, you know? And I also looked at it like, just a healing journey as well, in terms of just being able to travel by myself, do a solo trip, to just really do something for myself by myself. And so, it was really, and then meeting all of you ladies there. And as you know, I was a little guarded, initially. It took me a minute to kind of open up and let down those walls. But sharing with you guys, and just, it really helped me to, and the different activities that we did, it really helped me to, let down my guard and really just be able to be in the moment. Share.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, that's it.
No, I was just going to say, I agree with you, but I also wanted to kind of emphasize and point out that, my journey to Peace Not Pieces was, marriage that I chose not to be in any longer, but that your journey was about kind of like the long-term stresses of work and being in like a corporate position for so long, and then having the after of, what do I do, right? What do I do now? So just to say that the workshops we did and this week of bonding was just about us as women and what we felt we needed to heal from, and or to, so I just wanted to kind of emphasize that, this is not just a specific thing that happened to me, right? It's just kind of, we talk about the things that we want to empower, how we want to empower, the words that we want to say in the last session, which is meeting with Kate Van Doren, who was absolutely amazing. If you haven't already seen some of my previous videos, she is also a counselor, but an artist. And her project is called healingwordsproject.com. And she basically counsels with you, and then you have a photo session with her where you're empowered by your own words, what you feel you need to say and express. And those words are then written in your choice on the body. And then there's she does some amazing work, photography, and you get that. That's also a part of the experience that we provide. So it was just an amazing time, so before I sound like I'm wrapping it up, I'm going to let Schalisa chime in. Give us her experience. I just want to say welcome to Carol. Thanks for being here. Yeah. Your turn, Schalisa.
Well, the atmosphere was completely soothing, and it gave me a chance to focus and decompress from, like you said, the rat race of coming from the US and looking at the news, and just helped me to reclaim my space being in such a peaceful atmosphere. And Michelle nurtured us like we were a 3-year-old.
Oh my God.
Cooking breakfast with the shrimp and
Oh,
bread.
yeah.
I was like you were at Big Mama's house, just full of TLC.
That's so funny, Big Mama.
And it was just the opportunity to explore some emotions that had been just not talked about, like she said, it was kind of guarded. It's like didn't have a space to just share,
Right.
and it was just really a place to relax. And I had my journal, my time to journal, and just soaking at the hot springs was unexpected. And the massage and just the facial. I guess I didn't really pay attention to the itinerary because it was online and I was moving around. And so, the opportunity to I want to be I thought it was going to be a walkable city, but you had the right shoes on, I just wasn't expecting so many inclines with the pebbles. Yeah. So it was a little different than coming from Guadalajara, but that was the main things. Like I said, the art, I hadn't sat down and made a vision board since forever. Yes. And I had, after I left there on my vision board, it was just unfolding. I had put more yoga because I had begun to be sedative. And then when I left to go to Guadalajara, it just spirit put in yoga classes in front of me and just things that I had put on my vision board to enhance my physical health, to go along with the mental health. It just started a pathway that, we seldom think about. When you write in your journal, but do you take the time to make a vision board or think about a vision board. And so that was part of the piece to see that continuation after I left. And so the healing journey was continued. And so I'm still in my suitcases right now. I'll be in my 177th day in Mexico. I'll be leaving tomorrow, but I can't wait to post my vision board up and just be renewed each day. And just to share how art can be a real therapy, you know, just things that you used to do as a little girl. And what's her name? Simone. She shared with us on remembering to talk to your little girl, take time with you, and take time to be inside yourself and rediscover what you like.
Mm-hmm. Talking to that inner child, you know, that inner child.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was beautiful. So
yeah.
I wanted to Jay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was beautiful. So with I'll clarify, with Nina Simone is one of our facilitators, and she does the sound bowl meditation. What else did we do?
Right.
What else did we do with her? She meditation, sound bowl, and what else? I can't remember. Hi, how are you?
That's Empress.
Hi, Empress. I just thought I could only see a little bit of your hair. How are you?
Here I am.
Hi, how are you? Good. How have you been? How's your...
You look wonderful. I was not prepared to be seen.
That's okay. Okay, nice to see you again. So Empress and Ray, they live in Puerto Vallarta, and Shalisa's back in Puerto Vallarta. And even though we hadn't spoken about this before now, I was just telling them that I interviewed Empress and Ray on my channel, but it seems like it's been about 2 years or so. But they're really interesting. They live in the Puerto Vallarta area. I don't think they're directly in PV, but they're fun. So definitely check that out on my channel if you can. So as I was saying with Nina Simone, she did a sound bowl meditation ceremony with us. I think we did a little stretching, but maybe not. Maybe
we did a little stretching, I think, or just laid there and kind of listened to her play. And then that was just sort of a nice culmination of everything we had done the whole time.
That's right. So I'll talk a little bit about the itinerary, because I've had people ask, and maybe, you know, in Shalisa's case and others, like they maybe see all the details or whatever. And I had someone ask this the other day, and so I just wanted to talk about it a little bit. So overall, the idea of the retreat is basically it's all about you. It incorporates some counseling to talk about anything you need to let go of, release. And we do a lot of art therapy type workshops that help you kind of formulate, maybe from a visual standpoint, more than verbalizing it all, what exactly you want to express and say, right? And it was really interesting because I didn't know how the facilitators were going to bring us all together in this capacity. You know, I knew of them. I know what they've done. You know, we had a lot of interviews and a lot of conversations where all three of us actually vetted each other, you know, because we all individually do our own thing. And, you know, they were very excited to be a part of this. So there's Kate Van Doren. She is, like I said earlier, a counselor, but an amazing artist. There are some videos already on my channel as well. There's a live that I did prior to the retreat, but there's also a few videos where, you know, we talked about them, and there's like a short edit of Kate's work, and she's really amazing. Both therapists have been counseling for over 20 years. They both have their own form of how they use art. So it was really amazing. Gabby I always forget her last name. I have it right here. Gabriela Osoro, I think that's it. She's from Mexico. She's bilingual, and she's also been a counselor for over 20 years. And then there's Nina Simone, who is considered a shaman almost, I guess, a healer. This is what she basically, this is her life. This is what she does is she spends time with women mostly, I think, well, anyone, I think. But she does a lot of like ceremonial type things that really help you go in and come out just seeing things a little bit differently, feeling more open to, you know, your purpose and your experience. And she always takes you on I think, a music/verbal journey, right? And she provides sound bowl ceremonies, and she does one-on-one counseling as well. So we had her as our kind of facilitator for all the calm. Anyway, so the week starts with it being, we gather and we talk, we get to know each other. We have basically a welcome meal where it's the meet and greet. We have a nice board with cheeses and meats and things like that. And every day, pretty much, there's a light breakfast. We have like croissants and good breads and sweet stuff from here. There's coffee, there's tea, and things like this. I believe we even did an impromptu welcome dinner. Yes, we did, because we met.
Oh, yeah, yep.
Because, you know, you're traveling, not everyone gets there at the same time. So that was also very nice. And then the following day, everyone gathered, even including counselors, because the counselors aren't necessarily working every day. So they just wanted to kind of also be a part of the intro, and then not just their own sessions. And then on Monday, it was all about just unwinding from travel, from just getting ourselves emotionally and spiritually ready for this experience. We went to a Temescal. If you've watched my channel, you know that I'm always talking about La Gruta and Temescals and maybe massages and things. But we went to a Temescal, so it was a traditional Mexican Temescal, where actually not quite traditional. It's a little bit like different, but still considered a Mexican tradition. So that's where you kind of are in a space. It's really hot, heated by lava rocks, but there's a whole ceremony beforehand. So I'll stop here after I explain that part, so you guys can kind of just talk about it a little bit and say what you know, had you done it before, what you felt about it, have you done it since? Because I know Shalisa's been out here retreating for the last so tell me what your thoughts were, but I wanted to say this really quickly. So it's a ceremony that one of the two facilitator puts on. You know, we kind of like cleanse our energy space and things like that. They give you healthy snacks. You also get a healthy tea while you're inside that helps to detox from the inside out. Your feet are in water, and then you stay in there for probably around 45-ish minutes if you can last that long, and then finalizing all of it, the whole experience with the massage, and the father-daughter combo of this experience. They're really amazing. They just have such great energy. So tell me what you thought about it.
Yeah, that was my first time doing that, and I thought it was amazing because I didn't know what to expect at all, and so being inside of that igloo or whatever, I call it an igloo, but it's hot. It reminded me of being like in a sauna. You know, that was how the heat was like being in a sauna, except it was, burning stuff right there. Having your feet in the water was nice because it kind of helped to cool things down and you were able to stay in there longer. And then I think we were rubbing mud on ourselves, which was nice to just kind of, I guess that was some sort of healing, cleansing situation.
Mhm.
I was open to try any and everything because, I was open to the experience.
Yes,
It was nice. We were all in there together. We were bonding, talking. That was nice. So you weren't by yourself. So that helped a lot, I think. Yeah, I thought the whole experience was great. The place was very it just lends itself to that type of experience. The way they had the place decorated, all
yes.
the little spots where you could sit down and kind of relax and kind of chat with one another. That was kind of nice. We were able to take a shower there. Um, and again, like you said, have the massage, which just was off the chain. Wish that could have been a little longer, but
Oh,
No, that's right.
I'm like, her dad has magic
oh
hands.
my
I'm
God.
like, oh, what else?
Awesome.
I'm like, no, 15 minutes is not long enough. Yeah, it's beautiful. Yes.
That that was actually my first time in the Temescal experience. Mine was more in the past like a sweat, and we didn't have the water to soothe our feet. And what I liked about it is she had the herbs that we were drinking, the indigenous practice herbs, which kind of cleanse you out and promote it, like a deep breath, soothing. And so that was spectacular. And the sound bowls with Nina, that was a different empowering energy. It's hard to explain those sound bowls. Kind of have to experience it. And then when Gabby had us focus on the heart, and we were all asked to make a heart of a soul, we got to mold our hands in the clay, in the dirt, which I like. And I hadn't done that in 100 years. And Yolanda, she said I could have hers because she dolled up with nails, which I wasn't, but that was like something really empowering for me to just play with clay or dirt or mud or whatever, but particularly to make a heart about it. I didn't want to say my heart was broken because sometimes we say, oh, this situation, circumstance, relationship broke my heart, which really should be able to gather with a womanhood and talk about our emotions and just have a change of heart, just put a whole new different perspective on it. So a lot of things came up with that project of creating a heart. And what is your heart? What do you think about when you're talking about things of a heart, or how do you respond, react to circumstances that might not be so happy to your heart? It just a lot of things came up for me with that simple art and the counseling we had to even bring it to the surface, so to speak. So yeah, that was profound to me, counseling about the heart, things you don't talk about every day. You don't have a safe place to even care to tell anybody what's going on. And the other two ladies, and just having all 5 of us and the 2 facilitators, it just made me lighter, like a feather. I was kind of, heavy-hearted, and it just made me laugh a lot. I just laughed and busted up, and I think Yolanda was hearing, that sometimes she thinks that maybe people she might come off to people as a witch. And it just so happened when I first met her at Casa, she was there before me, and then I was kind of feeling some kind of energy, like not so friendly, but I laughed at it later because unbeknownst to me, she was trying to befriend another personality in the space, and it wasn't so friendly. So she kind of like turned in to herself. I don't know if you even remember telling me that, but
I do.
but you have reason to throw up a wall. Sometimes if one personality isn't that friendly from the beginning, you're like, well, I'm not gonna be that friendly. But that person, kind of wasn't in our bunch to learn and to get what we got. So, but yeah, so the heart and the art therapy, was that it? Yeah, the heart therapy and the vision board and Nina, they all just promoted just pure lightness
Yeah.
and peace. So
And then the words, when we did the words,
Mhm.
that was very powerful, I think. I
yes.
think for me, that was more powerful because I am more of a like words, reading and writing kind of how I feel. And that was, I felt like when I was really able to be more open, when I could just say words to express how I felt or how I was feeling, right? And then we created the board and we put all our work, like a vision board, put all of our words on there. I still have it in my office and I looked at it and it just brings me back, and it just helps me to remember like all those beautiful words that I said about myself, being a powerful Black woman, being loving and being, forgiving and all the things that I truly do believe about myself. But
Right.
like I said at the retreat, I don't know that people always get that from me, right? So I'm trying to, since the retreat, I'm really trying to lead with that.
Yes, I'm trying to show some of the words Michelle had on hers. That was like
Oh, yes.
totally beautiful.
Thank
You
you.
know,
That's
things that you forget to tell yourself how
Yeah.
wonderful you are. Nobody else don't tell you, tell yourself.
Absolutely. So I'm feeling very warm and fuzzy about, because we talked about things there. We talked a lot. We had a great time. We had a great week. We had a blessed, 1 week adventure. But this is kind of our first time sitting down in the round table setting on Zoom. I hear you express what parts of the week really spoke to you the most and what, all of it was healing, but what things stayed with you and that you're still, feeling good about today. And I have to agree too, Schalisa, like it really did. I think it started off very reserved in some places and some things, but I do feel that by day 2, a lot of that started to melt when we were starting our therapy and therapy, I don't want it to sound like, you're sitting in the office and you're like, no, we were sitting at a table. We were given like a pile of images and colors and papers and words and whatever. And the vision board that Schalisa is referring to is we were creating with the things that we saw that spoke to us and why it spoke to us. So that was really for me a huge icebreaker, right? Because when I first got it, I thought, okay, this does remind me of when I was younger, cutting things and pasting and creating things, just even for the sake of putting something on my wall in my room. So it was one of those moments where I think we all might have been kind of like, okay, a little bit older skepticism, like what's happening here. And it was really the icebreaker I felt to start the week, because that was the first workshop that we started with the therapy and Gabby's guidance, and Gabby kind of telling us, here's the overall idea and purpose, but whatever it is that you are attracted to. And we all took some time. I think they gave us an hour and a half or so, something like this, to create this board that represented us. Why? And most of them, well, you definitely had the words and stuff, but I can, that's what you created. So that's what you created. Mine is in my room. I should have brought it. And all the words in there had a meaning, right? All the pictures, the colors even had a purpose and a meaning. And we then discussed it. And that for me was very powerful because I think that's where we all kind of really, like Schalisa said too, and you were saying like we suddenly were just like, okay, we're here together, we're
Yeah.
vulnerable and we're sharing, this experience. Just got you on blast.
Oh, wow.
So, it was really an amazing experience to have and to share
Mm-hmm.
one and talk and discuss what each of those things. And even like I said, for myself, going in, yes, I'm going to participate, but I didn't know if I would be able to just do straight through every single thing.
Right.
And I'm so glad, because clearly that I needed to be there. And
Yeah. It was great having you there too. I think it made a difference. Just, and I'm glad you were able to really, really be a participant, right? It wasn't just you hosting us and just kind of on the peripheral. It was just, you were really in it. And I think that really just led to the whole experience of it. And I also just wanted to say that CasaELM itself, the house, the space is very conducive to relaxation.
yes,
I just really felt like I was on a retreat, I felt so relaxed at night. It was nice and quiet and peaceful. And I slept so well. And, that's not, normal usually, right? When you go on vacation or when you go out of the country, you're
yeah,
just not as relaxed as if you were home. But I don't know, it was just very peaceful. It's just a very healing and very loving environment. I do want to say that for anyone who's thinking about coming in September, that I think you will really, really enjoy this experience, and you owe it to yourself to treat yourself to something so magical and so wonderful. Because I think you'll definitely, anybody watching and considering it will definitely benefit from it.
absolutely. I think so too, not just because it's but I really,
It's nice.
I feel that it's very nice, it's different, but you still get to see the city a little bit. We'll
Oh,
talk
yeah.
about Schalisa walking her dog in a minute. But we just really got time, like you said, to unwind,
Yeah.
to have like these experiences that were healing for the body. We did, like I said earlier, the Temazcal. We
Mhm.
went to La Gruta for a soak early one of those mornings, and we stayed there, and we just kind of unwound. We had time to do workshops. We did a photo session. We went out.
Yeah.
That's not a part of the itinerary, but we did going out because I wanted them to see Central in the city of San Miguel, and we ended up at Chen Annie's, and one of the ladies that lives here, also a Black woman, and she's an amazing performer, Sybil English. We always got to take our hats off for her. And we just happened to go in because I had kind of forgotten that it was happening that night, and we saw someone who said, "Hey, we just went over and saw Sybil." So I was like, "Oh yeah." So we go over and we had so much fun. Very
Oh my God, yes.
Lisa was dancing.
Fun.
What was the name? Who sings that song? Walking the dog.
One of those oldie goldies.
Oh, down. We just gave her the floor. So it was really a beautiful week. And, we had Nina Simone on the second to last day. So we do a full moon ceremony, which is us releasing all the things that kind of, pulled on us, that came out, what we wanted to, acknowledge and love about ourselves, and then the things we wanted to let go. Yeah, that's Sybil. And all, that's right.
I can't do it.
That's okay. So anything we wanted to release and let go that we kind of had come up during that week. So we ended up having kind of a wrap up meditation on Thursday. The last day of the retreat was on Friday in this case. But on Thursday evening, we, wrote down what we were letting go, what we learned from the week. And we released it outside with a full moon, just movement, moving the
That was
body.
nice. Mhm.
Yeah, just kind of like, sisterhood,
Yes.
hug, things like that. So, that was really just an amazing way to kind of start closing the week. And with the final session, we all individually, privately met with Kate. In between, we did our project. I have mine also. Mine is in my bathroom, so I can look at it every day. And
Mhm.
it's really empowering because, again, the healingwordsproject.com, she basically sits with each of us to talk about the things we want to say about ourselves, right? I put that I felt that I was a healer and a warrior at the same time. And, those were the words that I wrote on my hands. If you go to her website, you'll see it there. She asked me to use my photo of all the photos she has, like probably of photos. I was so thankful. And it was just really a beautiful way to wrap up the week. And then we also had a kind of a going away parting meal and our thoughts and everything. So yes, CasaELM is definitely a space that I protect with my energy. I really protect it from the things that I think would take away from those experiences that the ladies have had there. For me, when people leave, I am always so grateful to what I feel, because I feel that a lot of times they are leaving parts of themselves behind, and usually good stuff. And I usually walk around the house and I'm grateful for these experiences and all the people that pass through, and all of what they leave there as well, in a positive way. We take positive.
Can I add, piggyback to what you were saying, because it was so special to know that it's such a safe haven that you intentionally have set up. And even when you wasn't there, I think people who assist you was Stacy, the young lady who were preparing us to get to the airport. I can call her name right now.
That's
Very
a-
business-like.
Stacy,
What's
that
her
was
name?
Brianna.
Brianna, very articulate in business, and then Stacy's little lighthearted, and they were just so on point, picking you up from the airport, getting your schedule together, and nobody prepared me on the race that I would have going to the airport. I was like, what is this? He was going like 90. I said, somebody must have told him I was in a rush. It was
That's
really
the way they drive. So I want to clarify that the driver is not my employee, okay? It's a private shuttle company service, and you're not the first person to say that they drive like bats out of hell. So yeah, they usually step on it.
yeah, it's just class act. Everything we were just nurtured. I keep saying that like a 3-year-old, and I just can't say how much I appreciate your ambiance when you were gone was just still stellar.
Mhm.
Thank you. It was so much fun hosting you ladies. We had tears, but we had a lot of laughs.
Yes.
What you see with Schalisa is just a little, top layer. She had a lot. We kept telling her we were going to start a line of Schalisa t-shirts that have Schalisa isms on them.
Yes.
So just kept coming out. We were laughing so hard. So we really appreciated
Encouraging the sisterhood.
Yes.
I'll say we appreciated the sisterhood and all of this. And the spaces for that. We had good meals and wine and conversation, and it was just a beautiful time, and as I said, for me, it being something that I always wanted to do, maybe didn't know it was going to be this, and all of the experiences that led to it, it just for me feels really so much more purpose. It's not just, okay, everyone has a purpose, but my point is like it was birthed from experience and situations to be relatable to other people's experiences and situations, and to see it happen and also sit in one of the chairs and participate, for me was just really a blessing, to say the least, because it's been years in the making that I've been talking about doing a women's retreat, and this was
Mhm.
fun, and that's why you got shrimp and grits.
Yes, so good.
Flavor.
Yes.
Yes, that was good. I haven't made shrimp and grits since then, I don't think. I don't know, maybe I have. I think I did, but not with the same sauce on it. I think I did a curry one. Yeah, I did a
Oh.
curry one. It was decent. I think.
Jamaican.
Yes, Jamaican curry shrimp with some grits and couscous mix on the bottom. So that was a lot of fun. Yeah, so Schalisa, tell me like about your time in Mexico. I know it was all about healing. Tell me a little bit about that. And then I wanted you to let me know a little more about your company, Yolanda.
Okay.
Okay, well, I came in January to go to Guadalajara, get my English certificate, and then I discovered your spot with San Miguel.
That's what those journals. You get those journals
Yeah.
in retreat. Yay.
Yeah, and so then went to Playa. And so just one journey after another for healing. That was in my forefront to target that wherever I go to a healing place. And that's about it. Now I'm going to the US and won't be there long. And so I've made a vision board for the motherland, and I'm targeting maybe Tanzania or Zambia, but just doing the footwork on YouTube, like you wonderful creators help, with presenting what you have there. So it won't be, you can land softly.
Right.
So that's a target to a healing place in Tanzania in August, but yeah. I'll be carrying on with the tools of treating my heart and my little girl and my bowls. I got me a little bowl.
Did you? The sound bowls?
Yeah.
I love those. Yes. I need 4 more.
Yeah, because we're all working on something, whatever it is. And if we can just stay lighthearted and not be isolated, and just remember, to be nice to yourself every day.
I agree. And also being mindful to give yourself grace, give yourself a lot of grace. I wanted to say welcome to Mama Bear. I like that name, Angela. Oh, I just saw Angela on the bottom, sorry. And also Sonia. I'm sorry if I'm messing your name up. Back to Legacy. I'm used to, but I know you're in Asia, or we're in Asia, and having a great time. So welcome to you, ladies. So yeah, just kind of mulling over it all. I just really feel good about it. I feel like I didn't really finish the itinerary, but before I do that, I wanted you to share with us a little bit about your company. You kind of mentioned it a little bit in the beginning. Yolanda?
Yeah, so it's YMJ Counseling and Consulting. I'm a licensed clinical social worker, psychotherapist. So I do that very, very part-time, but I do have several wonderful therapists that work for and with me. And we do, like I said, counseling, we do some consulting, and we also do some coaching. I have a wonderful assistant, CC Jimbez, who helps to keep all of that on track for me, which allows me to then travel. So yeah, I consider myself a person that bops around, right? I don't know if I'm a true nomad yet, but
Yeah.
bopping around. I'm going to Greece next month, so I'm excited about that. And I'm going to Portugal in September, so I'm excited about that. Portugal and then Barcelona. So I got some things coming up.
Okay,
But yeah, so
I love it.
yeah.
Because it kind of all fits in. For those who may have missed last week or the weeks before, I met with, or I did my live with, two ladies, Kathy Hampton, who is going to have a retreat in August, and I don't remember the exact dates, but the name of her website is wellsideretreats.com. I hope that I'm saying it correctly. Yeah, and then also last week we met with Abril, who's going to have a winter retreat. And all of this will take place at CasaELM, but I just wanted to always keep putting the call out there to everyone that if you're ever interested in hosting your own thing, although we do our Peace Not Pieces, that the space is really for and is the purpose that I think serves us as women to just keep reconnecting with self and doing things that help us heal internally, but also stay in a more healthy state of being, physical, mental. Last week, we talked a lot about stress and the things that can lead to your deterioration quicker, probably, right? We discussed a lot about that last week when we were chatting with Abril Taylor. So, just kind of go back and check and see what's happening on my channel. Also, what's happening in regard to upcoming things. Peace Not Pieces is going to be, the next one will be September 26th. We have 2 spaces. If you're interested in joining us, please let us know. We just have 2 spaces left. And with the itinerary, I wanted to just do a quick recap. I kind of started talking about what we did, Temescal, then we went off. So we do the Temescal. We have several different types of art therapy sessions, which includes it's kind of guided counseling, where then we kind of use art to express ourselves. We talk about those things, what they mean. Schalisa mentioned one of the sessions, the heart. That was really interesting, because we all had different perspectives on it. Yolanda didn't love it. I was kind of like, it's cool. I liked the feel. So, but it was good because it was kind of why didn't we like something, right? And that was also revealing. And so to each his own in this respect, respecting it all is just kind of like, all right, close your eyes. We're sitting outside under our tree and we're all on our mats and, we were given a lump of clay basically. And, to form it with our eyes closed, feel it, what does it mean, et cetera, et cetera. And then we also did another with pictures, which was very taxing. Once we finally got the picture to show, it was all good. But, it was just one of those situations where I think it also helped us kind of get in touch with ourselves. Oh yeah, that was out. Is that me? Oh Lord. I don't know about that picture.
Journaling.
Journaling.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. We were journaling outside. So we did a lot now that I'm like kind of thinking it all. So anyway, there's the workshop sessions. We went to La Gruta, the hot springs, to have a good soak. But I love going there early in the morning. We were able to kind of, decompress at that point. And then we spent the day doing our own things and journaling, reading, relaxing, drinking wine. And then on the final kind of wrap up again was another session with Nina, where we did the release, full moon movement, really sisterhood, hugs and just letting things
Yeah.
go. Yeah, it was amazing. Some tears, of course, more tears. And having like our final dinner brunch the last day of the retreat, and just really doing the photo session with the healing words on our body to express the things that we wanted to say about ourselves visually, artistically, and finally with those going to everyone's email with some little glitches, but all good. But everyone got their pictures, and you're able to print them if you want. And also you get to, hang out with these three amazing facilitators. So it was just it was a beautiful week, and we're doing it again on September 26th. So if you're interested, you can go to CasaELM. I'll put it in the chat just so you can see. Casa.com. So you can see where to go, and you can go and check under events and sign up if you're interested. Yeah. Anything else you ladies want to add?
Nope, I think it was great. I'm so glad to have been able to talk with you ladies this evening.
Yes.
Everything was great. I will just add that I think that there's something for everyone at this retreat. So, no matter what your deal is, you will find something that you can relate to, that will speak to you, that will allow you to open up and just enjoy the experience.
Absolutely.
I agree. And the bottom line is peace is not linear. It's just a continual process, as she says. And I've been empowered, and every day I recall that's my job, to be in the peace zone.
Absolutely. Yes. So yeah, it was just an amazing experience. And if you are interested, I think we have also one scheduled thus far for 2024 as well, because sometimes people need more time. But yeah, this will be again on the 26th through the 30th of the 26th of September through October the 3rd. And we'll pretty much mimic what we did in the last one. We would probably tweak it a little bit, just based on the week. We wanted to maybe enhance some things, but it was really a beautiful time.
One more thing, please. I don't know if you have a Cash App, but I know that people like me would love to donate to a place like CasaELM, because it's a retreat for women. And that's all I wanted to say. If you just run that on the board,
I'm putting it in the chat because that's the only place so I have PayPal, and, Venmo and PayPal. Wait, no, I meant to say Zelle and PayPal. And that's to my email address, afroexpats@gmail.com. And I appreciate you. I know you told me that, kind of like Michelle, back in April, and my screen doesn't allow me, unfortunately, to have the scroll. I think I have to have some kind of subscription with a different.
Yeah.
Or in the bottom in the description. Yes.
Put it in your description. Yeah.
Thank you. I will definitely add it. Yeah, Zelle and PayPal, you can afroexpats@gmail. That's the email. Thank you.
Thank you for inviting me.
Absolutely. I appreciate you ladies for
Thank
coming
you.
in April, trusting in this, and for being here to discuss it tonight. This retreat is for women of color. So I just wanted to put that out there. And, we just want to keep providing these experiences and these healing spaces for women of color. So basically, that's our chat for the night. I did want to say really quick, if you haven't subscribed, please do hit the like button, that button that says like, hit it.
And share.
Right, and please share if this is of use to you. I also wanted to make an announcement that I will be doing being a co-host with one of my friends, formerly my business coach, Vanessa. You probably have heard of her somewhere on my channel, Jacqueline. We are going to be hosting meetups in Mexico. So look at our launch, which will be this coming Saturday, 8 a.m. Central Time. So if you're on the East Coast, it will be 10 a.m. for you. We'll be on shortly, but it's already linked and already on my channel. I posted it, but the name of our business is mavericktravelcurators.com. You can go there and see what two things we have planned for the rest of this year. We are going to do a meetup in Mexico City in September, where we put it around Mexico's independence, because not a lot of people really know their history and background, but they do an amazing celebration. We thought Mexico City would be the best kind of first intro to a Mexican city that's fabulous. And we have a small itinerary. A lot of people are doing meetups. We want to focus on Mexico and off the beaten trail type adventures. So I just wanted to share that. You can go to mavericktravelcurators.com to see more. I'll put it in the chat. So we'll be on live this week to talk about our business. So hopefully you can catch us there or catch us on the replay. I just dropped it in the chat. So that's what I wanted to share. Again, Peace Not Pieces. Thanks to my amazing ladies for coming, for the facilitators for making this extra special. I could not do this by myself. I need guests and I need facilitators. And I also need my amazing staff, Brianna. And now I have Sunny, who's working with me. She just started on Saturday. Was her first day. So she's now the manager at CasaELM. And this is one of those experiences that will kind of change hands, because a lot of times people are just coming for 6 months to help the good energy at Casa, but also, you know, keep things afloat. I still work with Brianna, who's beautiful. I've worked with her for a year. Excuse me, one sec. Yeah, I worked with her for about a year, and she decided she wanted to travel, but she still works with me on the back end. So if you are interested in anything to do with the retreat or anything at CasaELM, she's the one who's my virtual person. She's my right-hand girl at the back, like you were saying. She's business and she's a very mature 20-something-year-old.
Yeah,
so she's amazing. But yeah, so we have Sunny now with us. Stacey was there for a few months, and now we have Sunny, who's scheduled to be till the end of this year. So I'm very excited to have like new people come. She's also a yoga instructor, but she specializes in what is it? Oh, I don't want to mess it up. Is it kinetic yoga? I'm probably getting that wrong. Anyway, she's really, really amazing. And
Where'd you meet her?
I actually met her via, thanks to Stephanie and Rashida. I posted that I was looking for a new person to fill this position, and I interviewed a lot of beautiful women that were so amazing. I had a hard time deciding. In the end, it came down to 2 women, and she was one of them. So she was living already in Mexico or spending time in Mexico, so it just kind of felt right. And yeah, she's great. She's great. I really
that's great.
Yeah. And she
Toast
also,
to the heavyweight, Stephanie.
yeah,
That's the one got the ball rolling for me.
Yeah, myself as
Rashida.
well.
One day I'll meet them in person.
Yeah.
yes, they're amazing. Yes, we're all glad and grateful for this movement. Yeah,
Yes.
super grateful to them. Yeah, they do amazing work. So they allowed me to post, and I had some of their ladies who, actually more than 15 ladies who reached out. I was like, okay, yeah, it was great. I wanted to say a quick welcome to Cheryl. Cheryl's actually staying with us. She arrived yesterday, and
nice.
yeah, I know they're painting the town. They went to see Sybil last night too. That was their first day. I dropped them off at the restaurant. I was like, I wish I could hang out, but I have Micah and his friend. So they had a good time. Yeah, they're here enjoying their week.
Oh,
Thank you,
nice.
ladies.
All
Thank you
right.
so much. I hope
All
I
right,
get
Michelle.
to have
Adios, amigas.
fun travels. Sí, adios, mi amigos. And we'll talk soon, okay?
Yes. Take care, ladies.
Bye.
Gracias.
Bye-bye.
Bye, ciao. Gonna give a few minutes.